Mamă, ce rapid a ales algoritmul în această seară. Și subiectul ales este cel al cărților de bar. Și acum nu o să stau să vă plictisesc chiar cu liste și așa mai departe, ci aș vrea să vă arăt cumva procesul creativ din spatele unei cărți de bar foarte apreciată și din punctul meu de vedere un pic cam scumpă, un pic peste bugetul meu, de aceea am și eu o carte, dar este împrumutată momentan. Mai așteptăm, dar poate Moș Crăciun Bianca în acest an va avea grijă și de sufletelul meu. Și hai să nu vă mai țin pe ace și să vă arăt despre ce carte este vorba.
How can we go beyond just liquid in a glass? You know, that seems so boring. When we opened the aviary, it was about bringing Alenia to the drink world. All of these techniques hadn't yet really translated over to the cocktail world. And that was kind of the whole idea, is utilize different techniques that aren't common behind the bar.
So if you think about cocktail books, they kind of fall into this rubric of a gentleman's guide to cocktails. They're all kind of the same. It's not terribly interesting. You don't really know the why. What are the critical details that you need to know to get a drink just right?
One thing that we feel is not on the market currently is a large format book that has gorgeous pictures of the drinks in the way that most chefs' cookbooks are.
We didn't really know anybody nutty enough to do this with us in a way that also felt new and different.
So I never really set out to cook every recipe in the Alenia cookbook. It's more that I never made the decision to stop. The whole thing started years ago when someone gave me the book as a gift. After flipping through it a few times, I decided I wanted to try making something from it. I ended up getting hooked and spent the next 5 years cooking everything in the book.
We noticed there was this Alenia project happening. Somebody was literally going through our cookbook recipe by recipe and meticulously recreating them, which to me blew my mind.
When I'd finished, I wanted to make my own book about the experience.
Alan and I spent most of a year writing and designing the Alenia project, and then launched a Kickstarter to help fund the production of it. When we'd finished, we sent our first copy to the owners of Alenia.
A few months later, in the mail came this gorgeous cookbook. This was produced just by 2 people. And so it immediately clicked to me that here are people who understand what it is that we're trying to do at the aviary.
And that's when we decided to figure out if they wanted to work together to help us create the aviary book. We're hoping that we can bring people something that highlights the creative process in a way that is currently not out there. To us, that's really the essence of the book, to try to not only show you these beautiful drinks, but the thought process behind them and everything that it entails, from the serviceware, the ice, the rare spirits, and the conversation that it requires to really make a great cocktail.
Poate așa înțelegeți și voi de ce este o carte destul de scumpă, sau poate nu e scumpă, poate este doar peste bugetul meu, dar ați văzut cam ce înseamnă lucrul la o carte de calitate, de cocktail, și are deja, cred că au mai scos încă vreo 2 ediții sau ceva de genul, la fel de spectaculoase, și cam așa se lucrează la un nivel așa foarte, foarte fain.